I ask my wife occasionally, have I changed? I feel like I've changed. And she said that, yeah, there's a night and day difference. The things that I actually did were fairly simple. I had to do a lot of trial and error and to find something that finally worked for me. But now that we've got it cataloged and structured and organized, it's really a pretty straightforward process. This is the other thing that I've noticed is kind of the hallmark of burnout, is that there's this tendency to not only to go negative, but to really blame the business that we're in, the jobs that we have, our business colleagues, our customers, and even our investors, our partners. This is what burnout can do for you. I was convinced at the moment that these people were wrong, in the wrong. It was really that horrible feeling of, oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't know how I'm going to get out of bed, much less pretend to be a business leader and do my job. Or I was afraid I completely lost the ability to just even get up and pretend anymore. And shortly after this happened, my son Max died of accidental drug overdose, which just the bottom fell out of my life when that happened. And that's been a recovery process all on its own. I was very, very fortunate to have the support of a lot of people, including my friends and sponsors in 12-step programs, and certainly the 12-step programs are just really crystal clear about how deadly resentment can be. If I hadn't experienced these changes myself personally, and if I hadn't desperately needed to do it, I wouldn't believe it. And it was time for me to do this new thing, which turned out to be coaching and consulting. It's been years now since I felt the kind of burnout symptoms, the exhaustion, the negativity, the depression, the anxiety. I mean, I really haven't felt that now in years. It was a process that took some time, and it was very experimental at first. But over time, I came to see that I was able to release these things and got better at doing it and kind of refined the technique. And the idea is that obviously we can't control the circumstances of our lives, and neither can we control our thoughts and emotions per se. I mean, they come and they go. If we base our lives on trying to control our mood or control our thoughts, we're going to be chasing a phantom for our lives. It does require looking at things a little bit differently, or to at least consider. For example, the whole idea, our minds are so wired to solve problems. And so we figure I ought to be able to solve my disturbing thoughts and emotions problem. I ought to be able to solve my depression problem by just the same way I would change a tire or split an atom. My brain ought to be able to solve this problem. But the brain is actually the cause of the problem. That's it. There is hope. I mean, I really do. I'm very confident of that. I've worked with enough people and have taken them through this program enough to know that if you have what I have, there is a way out. Absolutely. My thoughts and emotions don't have to run my life. I don't have to spend 24/7 trying to, I don't have to spend my whole life being bullied essentially by thoughts and emotions. And that it's possible to just say, there's a thought, there's an emotion. At the end of the day, what do you want your life to mean? What do you want your life to be about?